It's back and better than ever.
And after 10 years, Dynamax has brought back the Grand Sport, and we're going to show it to you. Welcome back to the Wild Blue Wanderers channel. And for those of you who don't know us, I'm Scott.
I'm Ashley.
And we travel full-time in our Dynamax Force HD. Today we got the opportunity to look at Dynamax's re-released Grand Sport. So we're going to start with doing a tour of the inside, then we'll come back to the outside and we'll show you all the things that make it as great as it is.
So let's go see. Wow, this is an amazing coach. So I want to take you for a little tour, and where I like to start is the kitchen, because that's my favorite place, because I like to cook. The first thing I noticed is look at the enormous amount of counter space. So a lot of times you won't have any counter space other than the sink covers, but we have an entire side of counter with a power port. So this would be a perfect place for your coffee. Plus you have a lot of area behind the sink. And my favorite feature is not just one window, but you have two windows, and they have the day-night shade. So you can have your privacy, or you can leave it out and have a beautiful view and some fresh air. And here we have the beautiful one bowl sink with really nice covers. And this sink is pretty cool. It's got some places that you can put little racks. It's got one of these salad or produce washers, so it comes out and nice and gentle. It has a cup washer rinser. Maybe you can even preheat your coffee mug with it. You just push it down and it squirts right up. You have your control, so you can control the sink, the faucet here, or the salad rinser. And so that's really exciting. We have a 2-burner true induction stove. We have a convection microwave oven, which is actually a pretty good size, a lot bigger than some of them. And they're all GE, I think they're GE profile. And you have this gorgeous counter depth French door refrigerator, which has tons of room. Obviously all the shelves will go here. Then you have a nice ice maker with ice and water in the door. And check out this freezer. You can fit so much stuff in this freezer. There is a lock, so it won't come open during travel. Going back, check out this huge drawer. You can put all of your silverware and your cooking utensils in it right by your stove. It's really well thought out. Da, 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 da. And here we have a giant dishwasher. This can hold a lot of stuff. And one thing they thought of, we have a place for your trash can. And there's even room behind it for trash bags and cleaning supplies. And no space is wasted. Sponge storage. And if you don't have enough counter space, check this out. Additional countertop. Can you imagine prepping some cookies and putting them in the convection oven to bake? You have all of this space. Can we get this? Lots of drawers, and they're nice and heavy and well made. And this is nice and deep. So, lots of storage here. And one other thing that I noticed is on a cold morning like this, look where the vents are. Your toes will stay warm. They also have underlighting and lighting along the edge of the counter as well. And check out this storage. Nice and deep. Again, plenty of places for your dishes. And if you're, we're full time. So one of the things that I really love, besides the large residential refrigerator, check out this pantry. It's huge. One of the things that we do in our rig is we have to shop a lot because we have a little pantry. This, I would be able to go to Costco, maybe not get everything I want, but I could put some food in there, which is good for us full-timers. Or even just going for a long period of time. You don't have to be full-time, but long time. This is a great dinette, lots of space. It's comfortable. And you've got these great day-night shades throughout the coach. So there's your regular, and look, there's your screen. So, however you want to use it. And, bonus, there's storage. Seems to be a common theme here. Lots of storage. And this does fold down to be a bed. And that brings us to the living space. One of the things I wanted to mention was the quality of this material. It's really soft and supple. It really feels nice. And I feel like I could sit here for quite some time. And I can recline. It's one of those okay, this is really attractive, but it's really comfortable. There's an inductive phone charger right here, so you just set your phone down and it charges it. But you also have a nice little shelf back here with, again, another power port. There's a little storage down here, as well as lighted storage in the middle, so you won't lose your remote way in the bottom. And of course you have your power recliners, which you saw, and also the heated seats, and they light up. On this side, there's a couch, and you can have lots of passengers because you got seat belts on this couch. You have seat belts on the theater seats, and you have seat belts on the forward-facing dinette. And this is really comfortable. So lots of conversation space if you want to have guests. Not to mention, the front seats turn around. So this makes it a really nice conversation area. Scott and I, being full-time living in our motorhome, we watch a lot of TV. We watch a lot of YouTube. And where's the TV, you ask? Well, there happens to be right here the televator controls, and check it out. But that is a nice big TV, so we can get our TV watching on. Binge watch some stuff. Be comfortable here. Good to go. And again, lots of storage. And it passes through, so you can put lots of different items up here. And not only is there storage here, I mean, it just goes on. There's this cabinet and this one. There's a ton of storage. That makes this girl happy. And that brings us to the overhead bunk. So you've got your pad here, and believe it or not, there is a pretty cool sunroof or skylight with an automatic shade. I really like what they've done with these cubbies. So you can store things in there and they're not going to come falling out when you're underway. And then if you want to get into the cab and not bump your head, it is on struts and it goes up really easily. Oh, come on in the bathroom. Let me show you. This is the half bath, so it might be a little bit tight to see. You have a nice big window to say hi to your neighbor. But this, actually, I think it is a prime pooping position because you have some elbow room. You actually have a toilet paper holder, which a lot of RVs don't. It is a macerator toilet. But for a half bath, it's really spacious. And, again, lots of storage. So you have this giant medicine cabinet or storage cabinet. And it's a great place to get ready because look, you can light up your face. I'm going to sit again. They have a nice drawer. And check this out. Place for a trash can. They thought of everything. And it even clears. Look at that. More storage space. So for a half bath, I give it a thumbs up. Right here you have your washer and dryer. It's stackable. And keep in mind this is a prototype build, so they may be changing some things. This is a little tight, but you can still get into the dryer, get your clothes down. I would just put a laundry basket on the floor and just boop, ball it down. So one change I'd like to see is what we did in ours. We actually put in different hinges where they don't fold all the way back, but they fold back to about here. So about 3/4 of the way back. And it really made a huge difference. And I think it would be possible to do in this. So that I'd like to see because that does make it a little tight. And this is where the magic happens. Didn't they say that on MTV Cribs? I'm totally aging myself with that show. Oh well, I'm old, it's fine. We have a really nice king size bed. And as you see, it's opposing slides. So much room for activities. It makes it really nice because you can actually get dressed at the foot of your bed instead of having to squeeze by like some other RVs have to do. We have a fireplace, which is nice for those cold nights and mornings. A nice big TV. Again, a window with day and night shades, and it's an emergency exit. And the storage. We have a really nice wardrobe. That's a good size. And it has a light when you open it. There's two nice drawers. Might be a little tough to get in, so in future models, maybe they'll, make them a little lower here because it's a little tight, but you can get them from the side.
Or maybe they can come up with some extra long arms so the drawers actually pull out further when you...
Oh yeah, you can do that with a little extension on the arms. They make them where they're like double arms. So little things, but I mean, look at these. Can you imagine the clothes you can get in that drawer? You can get a small child in this drawer if you wanted to. It could be a crib. Okay, don't put your kids in the drawers. There's 2 of those. Shh, secret. Look at this. Extra storage. You have your safe in here and a little hidden storage. I really like that. And again, more storage. It's not a fold-up bed. It's got plastic on it. Feels pretty comfortable, actually. But they got the headboard that's in the same material as the rest of the furniture, so it really makes it cohesive. And then you have nightstands on both sides. I'll get off the plastic sheets. So great nightstands on both sides with a USB power port. So you can charge your phone overnight. There you go. And a little cabinet on both sides.
Now, the only thing I don't see is somebody who uses a sleep machine. It would be nice to have maybe a 110 outlet also on that, on those nightstands.
Yeah. I really like these doors. There's these pocket, they're kind of pocket doors, barn doors, on both the entrance to the bedroom as well as to the bathroom. That they lock in place. You don't have to have those little straps that we have. And there's not a gap, so it makes it a nice closed bathroom, which is I'm a big proponent of. We have another macerator toilet, and again, thank you Matt's RV. This, I would say, is a prime pooping position. And if you aren't familiar, Matt's RV does RV reviews, and that's one of his taglines. So I'm kind of stealing it from him, but it's a good thing you want to see. Like, what's it like to actually use the lavatory? Again, a nice holder. Then you have your ceiling lights, vanity lights, and water pump controller right here at your fingertips, as well as the all-important Max Air fan. I mean, they've really come up with this nice big shower.
All right, so I'm 6'5". I'm just a little guy.
Oh wow!
But this is amazing. It's got your little seat or footstool, and I wouldn't even really need the extra thing. Even with just this, even just underneath this edge, there's plenty of room. Almost don't need that, but you do have that. It's got a little shade on here, so if you want to block the light, well, I guess it doesn't really block the light, but got the little shade there. But even with that shade open, I still have plenty of room. Shower heads,
elbow room,
plenty of room. Yeah.
Okay, I think they might have just sold this to us. It does have a little lock, so when it's going down the road, but it's got a really good magnet, so that's just extra security for going down the road. And I feel like a broken record, but look at the storage, you guys. Tons. So you can use that for linens, this for more toiletries. Natural light is a theme. Just a shallow little storage, but it's still there, using space. And more storage. And a trash can. Like, when have you seen this much storage? That's huge. I don't know that we'd have enough to fill it all. A nice sink, beautiful counters, and again, a lighted mirror. I think that might be the last of the storage in the bathroom. Not sure there's enough. Just kidding. More and more and more storage. Overall, I am really blown away by this coach. The finishes on the coach I love. It's not too bougie. You don't have the mirrored ceiling like some of the other Class A's that are, you know, kind of fancy. The light wood that they've chosen with the material for the seating, and the countertop, the solid surface countertop. I don't think I would choose anything different. I thought they did a really nice job. Everything feels really quality, and I'm blown away.
So let's go up here to the cab area. These seats just swivel around. They lock back into place. We'll slide it back. I'll cut some of that. And it's super comfortable. We've got our tilt and telescoping steering wheel. One of the things I really like is you've got all your steering wheel controls. RM2 is the older model, and you have to reach for all your controls. This is really nice. You got your volume controls, your phone controls, your speedometer control, or your cruise control controls are all here, easy to get to. Now, this has all the new Cascadia stuff. Got the huge digital dash. It's got the other digital display over here on this side that gives you all of the information along with your radio controls. It plugs into your phone. All that stuff is here. Got our camera system up here. It's pretty amazing. It's got a 360 camera similar to like our Ford pickup has, where you can see all the way around you. There's the backup camera, and I believe it's adjustable so you can put multiple cameras on there with your side view cameras. But that 360 camera is really pretty cool. This has tandem axles in the back, and we have locking differentials for both of those, so you can lock those differentials together. So it'll actually be a full four-wheel drive, basically. And you got your air ride lowering system here. Plenty of different buttons and switches and gadgets to play with. And everything's contoured for the driver. I mean, I can see out all of the mirrors. The rear view camera is actually up here where you would expect it to be rather than down below. I've got a good view all the way around. Got the extra mirror there pointing down so I can see the outside down there at the edge. It's just a great view, and I can imagine this would be amazing to drive.
Oh, I could be a really good co-pilot in this. I can lower my feet down a little bit, make it a little bouncy because it's still got the air ride seats. Super comfortable. I can still see the dash for the GPS, and so I can compare when I have a secondary GPS going on my phone, which I do a lot. But I'm not going to be reaching over and messing with his controls too awful much, so I might have to get used to that. But other than that, it's great. You've got some great storage up here. I like to talk about the storage. What can I say? There's a ton. So you got what used to be a glove box, right? And you got it on both sides. Nice place to keep your glasses, your registration, all your good stuff. Then you've got some cubbies here. I've got plenty of room at my feet. And there's even a little pocket here for like a map or paper or wrappers of snacks, road snacks. But super, super comfortable. There's USB and dual power up here, and it's in an area that I can charge my phone and Scott can charge his phone. There's 3 cup holders. Yeah, it's really nice. And what I really, really, really like, if you have pets, we don't have a cover on our seats, under our seats, so because they go up and down when you're going down the road, this makes an extra safety feature for your pets that aren't going to get under your seats.
Yes, the mechanism isn't exposed.
That's what I mean. One other thing I noticed when I walked up here is this is super cushy. So not only do they have this little carpet up here, but this right here, there's some padding underneath it. So I don't know what it is, but it's amazing, and it's really, really plush under your feet. So it doesn't feel as semi-truck like, though it is still a truck.
So let's talk a little bit about the electronics. We mentioned the TV. It's got an LG Smart TV. I believe that's a 50-inch. It's got the Bose sound bar. And we noticed underneath this seat that there's actually a Bose subwoofer also. I don't know if it's Firefly or a different brand, but it has the electronic controls throughout the whole rig, along with your leveling system. And then back here on the other side, I noticed that it's pre-prepped with a Starlink. You see the Starlink here? This is kind of your electronics cabinet, I would guess. You've got your Starlink thing here. There's a bunch of extra electronic controls for different things. There's your satellite for your satellite TV and some other options. So it's all pre-prepped for a lot of your electronic stuff. You got your TV antenna, your boosters for that. It's also got the WineGuard 5G pre-prepped on it. So there's a lot of cool electronics that they've already got set in this thing. There's also the step cover, so you don't fall down the step.
And so nice that it's electric. You don't have to have an extra piece. It just folds in on itself.
If you watch some of our other videos, Ashley built one to lay over the steps back when we had Cooper because he was blind. So this is really nice. So when you're getting into these cupboards, and Ashley was talking about all the storage. I don't know if we showed this one, but it's got coat hooks up here. So you put your coat hooks, or I guess you don't need a vacuum because it's got central vac, but we would probably put our Dyson vacuum. It's got plug-ins in there for all that stuff. And then this cupboard down here, there's just some more electronic circuit breakers and stuff in there. And then you've got your other electrical panels, fuse panels here, circuit breakers, and fuse panels over there. Those are some pretty heavy duty stairs. I love the way it closes up. And that door is super heavy.
But not too heavy.
No, in a good way. It's great, sturdy feeling door.
Because I can push on it, but it kind of locks into place almost with that hinge. But then you can get it going, and it's just it feels sturdy.
Very solid. All right, guys. So let's talk a little bit about chassis. This Grand Sport is on the Cascadia chassis, which is made by Freightliner. Freightliner is the most common chassis used in our Super Cs. There's the S2RV chassis, which is kind of the smaller, more economical one that was built just for RVs. Then there's the M2 chassis like we have on ours, which is a business class truck chassis. It's a class 7 chassis. Then you have the big dog. This is a class 8 Cascadia Freightliner chassis. So this actually comes with a 600 horsepower, 1,850 foot-pounds of torque, Detroit DD16 engine. It also has a Detroit DT12, which is a 12-speed automatic shift transmission. It's a little bit different than a regular automatic transmission as it doesn't have a torque converter. It actually shifts like a regular truck would shift, but it does it all electronically. This also has tandem axles, and these tandem axles are lockable, so you can lock them together and get true four-wheel traction in the back. So you can lock both axles together, then lock both sides together also. The rear axles are each rated at 20,000 pounds each. The front axle is 18,000 pounds. So total GVW for this rig is 58,000 pounds. That's what gives it its 30,000 pound available tow rating. So for fuel, this has a 120 gallon fuel tank, and the DEF tank is right here conveniently located. So when you're at a truck stop, you can fill both of them side by side. It appears that it just has the 120 gallon tank on this. That's plenty to get you down the road. Moving back, we've got some of our electronics for emissions controls. We got the batteries. Looks like we got our house batteries here on the front, chassis batteries there in the back, your little bit of electronics bay here. It's got the 10,000 watt Onan quiet diesel generator. And this is part of your wet bay. You can see there's a heater down here, so it's a heated wet bay. You got a nice hose reel and a filter here. And then on your dirty side, it's got a nice macerator hose. So you have a macerator drain, and they got a nice cover over that hose, kind of like we recently added. Check out one of our other videos. Back here in the back, check out this pass-through storage. Ashley likes storage. Check that out. It goes all the way across. That's something that you don't see in a lot of Super Cs because the way the frames go across there, but we've got that here.
Wow.
And then we've got our 50 amp electric hose reel with the surge guard. And back here on the back, we have the Gen Y hitch. We've got our glad hands, so if you want to tow a trailer that has air brakes, we've got the 7-pin connector here, the truck style 7-pin. I don't see the actual regular trailer plug, but I'm guessing that's going to go right here. And the nice Gen Y adjustable hitch. We've got our camera systems up here for your backup cameras and the surround cameras that we saw on the inside. And as we come around the side here, they have the Oasis hydronic heating that is replacing the AquaHot heaters. It's a similar system, works kind of the same way, but they got the Oasis instead. And here's the other side of your pass-through.
You can have a party down there. And one thing I really like is what we did on ours. The shocks.
They mounted the struts on top. Ours originally had them on the bottom, and when you would load things, you'd be constantly hitting them. And these doors are going to a full 90 degrees. Ours originally only went about this far, and that was a modification that we made to open them full swing like that. Moving forward, we have more storage with some electronics, more storage. Do those pass through on top? No.
No.
More storage, and we've got a Magnum inverter in this bay. And I'm going to close this door so we can reach in there to it. But in this one, we've got this nice pull out. And inside there, you've got another little refrigerator.
Might even be a refrigerator freezer.
Right. Be nice if that had one more section to pull out past the slide out.
Mm-hmm.
Up above here, we have our outside television.
It's a 40-inch.
40-inch smart TV, much nicer than the 32-inch that we have. And then the last bay, that's your hydraulics for your leveling system. So we have the square frameless windows that makes it look a little bit more residential than the rounded windows. They're pretty nice. They're double paned insulated windows. And up on top, we do have the slide toppers up on top. It'd be It'd be nice if Dynamax would upgrade them to the true toppers. They made a huge difference on our rig. So this also has the full body paint. You can see they even painted the inside of the slides here to match. The insides of the doors here. Wow. So you can see the lines there go through. And also something that I just noticed is they've got these little plastic deals on here. And what those do is when you pull your slides in and out, sometimes these rubbers get caught and they'll stay tucked in like that. With these little stops on here, it actually grabs those rubbers and it pulls them out so that they actually seal like they're supposed to. That's actually something I've been thinking about adding to ours. So now that I see how simple those are, we might be doing that in the near future. Wait for a midweek mod. I love the awnings. They're the armless awnings and they got great coverage all the way down. There's two different sections. I'm not sure which brands they are. My guess is they've got the wind sensors, but I love the way the awnings work. They also have the lights on the outside edge here so that even when the awnings are in, you have your outside lights. That's a great option. So there you have it. This is the Dynamax Grand Sport 45 CB. And this is actually being built at a different plant where they build the Berkshire Class A motorhomes. So they're adding another Super C line over to that plant. Yep. So that's where this one is going to be built at. And this is a prototype or pre-production. So there are a few changes that they've already talked about making. I think there was some space in the hallway that they were going to make it a little wider where the washer laundry is and stuff like that.
The bathroom door, yeah.
Yep. And but Dynamax has always been really good of listening to the comments of people and making changes and updating even mid-production year. You'll see them between mid-production, there'll be changes. So model year to model year doesn't necessarily make a difference. If they see something that needs to be upgraded, they'll do it midstream, which is great.
We're not sponsored by Dynamax. We're not affiliates of Dynamax. We own a Dynamax, we bought our own,
yep.
And we reached out to them because we saw this and we thought, oh my gosh, we're going to be close to Elkhart. Can we come see it and show you?
Absolutely.
So that's why we're here.
Yes. We're Super C enthusiasts. We love all of them and we want to check them all out.
Yep.
Would I own one of these? Absolutely. It's pretty nice.
I'm pretty sure that there's very few changes I would make, and they're little tiny changes like the laundry doors and maybe the drawers in the bedroom. But other than that, like, I'm actually really surprised at how much I love this rig.
Yep. And I've heard that they're going to do an Explorer package on this also, where they would have more solar on the roof and lithium batteries. I'm not sure how much solar is on this pre-production or prototype model. And I don't think those were lithium batteries that we looked at in there, but I didn't look that close. But I know in future models, there was talk that they were going to have more solar and more lithium batteries on their, I think they call it the Explorer package. So there you have it. We really like it. Leave us a comment. What do you guys think? You think this is something that you could own or live in?
Right.
I think there's plenty of room in here. This would make it a pretty nice house living in this one compared to what we're into now. So
apparently we gotta save up a little bit.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with all your friends, binge watch all of our old videos, keep going, and maybe in 20 years we can think about getting a new one.
But seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching and joining us. And, you know, if you like this kind of content, let us know.
Yep. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully we'll see you on the road.
Bye.